Hey, what's up guys? As promised, I wanted to do a Knights of Valor English version or English translation video. It's already, as you can see, it's in pretty clear English. They added SSX today, but unfortunately she's like, at least to get the card off PlayAsia with markup, it's like $34, and I don't have enough for that right now, so unfortunately I can't play as her today, but I can still show the translation. As you can see here, you know, it's not the most fluent English you're ever going to see. You know, it's not like college professor, you know, quality or anything like that. But you can tell what's going on, which is nice. So you can see they added like an achievement system. I guess if you complete enough achievements, then you get enough Goshiki stones, which you can use for the cash shop. Now, the way that I've explained this before, but the way that the characters work in this, at least purchasing them, like the longer that they're available, the cheaper they are, and vice versa. So you have a brand new character, they're going to be like the absolute highest price. But the older characters like Zhao Yun are relatively cheap. So you're probably not going to get too many of the newer characters through the Goshiki stones and stuff like that. Well, it's like freaking out right now. I don't know what's going on. Guess they're having some bugs or something. I'm not sure. And everything is in clear English, which is really nice for this game. This game actually does have a fair amount of reading involved. Like, unlike most action MMOs, you know, there is like a bunch of stuff that you actually do benefit from reading. I don't think I have anything on here right now that actually would require reading, but as you progress in the game, you get properties and stuff on your weapons. Yeah, I don't have anything on this account. All my stuff's on the other account, which didn't get the translation. So here you have your cash shop. If you want to use this, you will have to go on a site like PlayAsia and get Taiwanese PlayStation cards, which is like I was saying, like to get SSX, I would have to buy the $34.99 PSN card, which I'm not going to be able to do until next week unless I bump some cash off somebody, so I'll probably just play the other characters until then. But the cash shop's pretty standard. You can get extra continues. The continues are kind of like your stamina. They're different from like other games like DFO, PSO2, closers, and stuff like that, where you use the item once and it's gone. You know, if you die, you use a coin, it's gone, unless you're under the 3-coin limit, and then you get it back when the fatigue resets. That's how it works on DFO. Here, it's every time you use it, whether you use it to revive in battle, or you use it to heal yourself outside of battle. It will take half an hour for that coin or life to regenerate, so you can buy more. Standard stuff like you can reset your skill tree, stuff like that. I guess these are used for the equipment, weapon fusion, and customization and stuff like that, but I don't know anything about that because I played this in a language that I don't know anything about. So I can't really comment on that stuff. So other currencies you can buy here. You can buy money too, which is nice because you need a lot of that to do your weapon customization. Standard, you know, I don't know if you can call them pay to win, but pay for an advantage items. Yeah, I don't think I'm far enough in the game to show the properties on the weapons, but later on there's properties, and I couldn't read a lick of that, so that's going to be really nice once I get further in the game. So what the plan is I'm going to buy 2 characters probably. So I'm definitely going to buy SSX. I got to rep the martial artist, but as you can see, she's like the most expensive character you can get right now. I don't know exactly when they lower the prices for the Goshiki stones, but it seems to take a pretty significant amount of time. So when they do release a new character, chances are if you want to play them, unless you've been hoarding or farming for a while, you're going to have to spend at least some money to get them. I'm going to buy Zhao Yun again. Sun Jian I might buy, but I didn't really care for him that much. I think I played him to like level 20, and he didn't really impress me too much. So I'm probably gonna buy SSX, Zhao Yun, and then maybe a couple continues so that I can play for long, because you only have 3 lives. Like, you really can't play for that long, especially on the harder difficulties when you're soloing. You're gonna take a lot of damage. Even if you no-miss the level, you're probably gonna have to heal unless you got lucky with healing items. So having 3 lives, you really can't play for that long safely. I'm probably gonna max that out at some point. I might do it next week, actually. Depends on if I have the funds or not. So the most important thing, obviously, is the skill tree. Now, most of this is pretty self-explanatory. Most of the stuff for the moves is pretty self-explanatory. You can see it shows you the command, and it's, you know, it's kind of defeats the language barrier. It just shows you the command, and the parentheses means you can use it in the air. And this stuff is pretty obvious too, just by the basis of the icons. You can tell exactly what they were supposed to be. But then you get into this stuff, and it doesn't become quite as obvious exactly what they are. So I'm definitely going to appreciate this once I buy more characters. You get stuff like stamina recovery, which basically is your meter gain, like a fighting game or something like that. You increase your item bag. Invincible during Fury mode, which is going to be nice for bosses. This one's pretty obvious, speed. But stuff like this, enable evade and dash while in the air, I had no clue what this was. Like, I thought it was like a triple jump or something, and now I found out it's this, so I'll probably put some points into that. Cancel an attack command while evading or dashing. That sounds pretty neat too. So if you want to play this, I'm going off the built-in streaming right now because I haven't been able to get the capture card to work properly on my new build. Is you just want to make a Taiwanese PlayStation Network account, which if you've ever made an account, you know, for outside of your region like Japan or Europe or wherever else, it's pretty much the same concept. You just set your locale as your location as Taiwan, and then you just put like a random, you know, Taiwanese hotel or something, and you're in. Once you do that, the game will just be in English. I didn't have to do anything. I had to delete my Chinese account, not the account, but my version of the game. I had to re-download it, and I booted it up, and it was just straight up in English. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to go through any moon runes to get it into English. So if you want to play this, now is a pretty good time. It's just, you know, if you ever have imported anything, you're going to have to deal with the markup off Japan codes. And I don't know if Japan codes even sells Taiwanese PlayStation Network accounts. You might be stuck with PlayAsia. I don't really know what the exchange rate is, but they do mark their stuff up at least like 10-20%. So you have to deal with that. But as far as I can tell, the game's not pay to win. It's kind of just, you know, if you want to grind for a month to get a character, you can. But if you look at some of the challenges and stuff like that, like the daily mission for today is use a male character to complete a level without using recovery items. But the restriction is your character level's above level 40, so obviously on this account, or this version, I can't do that today. It's basically impossible. Even if I played all day, I probably would not be able to do that. So, you will have to spend money on this game if you want to enjoy it, but I mean, pretty much every action MMO is like that to some extent. Like, you can play for free, but you're not going to have that much fun. You have to put at least a little bit of money into it. But the game is fun. It doesn't have a fatigue system, so you know, if you've got like a day off of work or something and you want to play this all day, you can. It's just you're going to be limited by the life system. So I would recommend probably buying a couple lives, maybe like 1 or 2 extra lives, and then a character that you want to play so that you can rotate. That way, if one character is out of health and you're out of lives, you can rotate to another character and play them until they're out of health, and vice versa. And by that time, you should have 1 life available to heal another character. So that'll allow you to play for a longer period of time. 3 lives doesn't really give you that much time to play in the grand scheme of things. I didn't know which item actually gave me lives. I actually ended up buying the wrong item. I'm kind of pissed about that, but since I'm basically leaving the Asian Perfect World version behind, now you know, I can actually read what everything is. So once I get the cash, whether I bum it off a friend or something, I will do some SSX gameplay, but right now I can't do that. But that's basically your overview for the English version. It's very simple to get into. Like I said, if you want to use the cash shop, just go on PlayAsia. They have Taiwanese PlayStation cards on there. It's like $34.99 for the 1,000 Taiwanese dollar, or whatever their currency is. So you'll have to use that to get SSX, but if you buy that card, you can get like maybe 2-3 other characters with it. So it's up to you. If you want to play the new character, then you're going to have to buy that card. You know, have very little left over for anything else. But if you want to play some of the older catalog of characters, then you can buy them for a lot cheaper. I guess I'll show... Here, I'll show some of the prices. Now, as far as I know, Xiao Yun is like, I think he was in the original batch of characters, so he's like dirt cheap. So you could get him with that 1,000 card, and you would have enough for maybe at least 2 other characters, if not 1 other character. Whoops. Xiao Dun is a little, he's a little newer, so he costs more. Now, they do free trials. I think they do them, I don't know if they're daily or they're weekly, but you can try out the other characters before you buy them, and I guess it keeps your progress, so that if you want to buy them later on, you don't have to start them. But yeah, that's basically your overview. I'll be playing this a lot more if I can get the capture card working. It's like just straight up not working right now. I'll have to figure out what's wrong. Otherwise, the plan is I'm probably going to maybe do some kind of stream to get internal Elgato HD60S, because I hear that card is really good. I've had nothing but problems with external capture cards ever since I had my Dazzle. That was the only one that didn't really give me any issues until it got very old, like 5 years old or something like that. I paid $30 for that, and these other cards that I've had, they just crap out for the stupidest reasons. So I'm either going to get an external or internal Elgato, and I don't know when that's going to be. I'm hoping that they'll do a sale or a promotion very soon, but I don't think there's any major tournaments coming up that they would do that on, that they're sponsoring anyways. That's the plan for now. Today, I'm going to be streaming probably about, let's see what time it is, about an hour after you see this. I'll be probably finishing up Odin Sphere, and maybe I'll play this, maybe I won't. It depends on if I can get the capture card working. And I'll be giving away a bunch of the stuff that I have on Humble Bundle, so make sure you come by today. Thanks for watching. Peace.